Working in corporate America for, I don't know, over a decade, I'm going to tell you something that the American dream has tried to convince you otherwise of, which is that they want you to believe that you should be the best employee possible, meaning you should work hard, get into management, someday be a director, and hopefully one day become the best employee there is. But what they don't tell you about that is that the higher you go in management, people believe that, oh, managers have it set, they don't do anything. But if you actually look at management, the managers for the most part are the least happy people on earth. It's because they get squeezed the hardest. The higher you go in a corporation, the more money they make from you. And so the actual secret to happiness in America is to become the highest paid, lowest rung employee you can. So that means find skills that are paid very well and find a position that is very low on the totem pole. That could mean software development. That could mean welding. That could mean bricklaying. It doesn't matter, right? But the reality is that the stress, the mental health, none of it is actually worth the money. It never is. The reality is when you're a individual contributor, you will make the most amount of money for the least amount of stress points possible. And yes, sometimes you need that money, and I understand. But if you can afford to live your life without moving into management, I would suggest doing that. And I think it's best that people skill up in a way that allows them to move laterally to a higher paying, low rung position than to move up in the company. What you'll see is that almost everybody who is a director, who is a manager, there are still good managers in this world, but most of them are psychopaths. And so for that reason, as someone who's been in corporate America for a long time, worked for Fortune 500 companies, your best bet for the American dream is to find high paying skills in a low responsibility job where you can go home at night, love your family, sleep, and never have to answer calls from upper management or anything like that. Yeah, you don't matter, but most of the time your team appreciates you, even if you don't really matter that much. And most people want to be appreciated, not important.